Welcome to the Christmas, the Fruit Jar Christmas After Hours episode. And we're talking about Reeces Ruckus today, our hit film. How's everything looking? Really good?
What do you guys want from Santa? Maybe some Paw Patrol toys?
Ooh.
Maybe some...
You know you want them.
Rainbow Friends plushies? Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah.
So Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
We know that this is probably going to come out like in mid-January, but for us, it's almost Christmas. So you had a ruckus. What?
I had a bit of an accident.
Making Blu-rays of freshman year is something that we've been trying to do for a long time. We were like, okay, we need to get a video on the channel to tell people that there were going to be Blu-rays and how to get them. I was honestly just going to film myself like on the couch, just giving you guys the information straight up. But I was talking to Alex about it, and he was like, no, that's boring. That sucks. Remember what we did last time? We had a merch drop or we released something? We made a whole little film. We made Spider Reece, which was excellent. We decided we should do something like that this time around. And then Alex just he threw out the curveball of what if it's Jumanji and Reece gets like, you know, the Blu-ray is so vivid and real that he just gets sucked into the movie.
So high quality.
Do you want to talk to them a little bit about the quality? How nice it looks? Because y'all have been growing up, like those of you that grew up with freshman year. Since you were a kid, you've been watching it on YouTube. And you just don't know quality. You don't know what you're missing until you get a Blu-ray. That's all I'm saying.
Watching it on Blu-ray is like coming in after a hot summer day, walking into your house, air conditioning, and you grab a glass of water, a cold glass of water. Gulp, gulp, gulp. That's what watching freshman year on Blu-ray is like.
It would be a crime to deprive you all of that. So
that's why we're here. Lock us up in jail for life. We didn't provide this to you.
The plan was to just put Reece on a green screen, and then we were watching through the movie and we realized
in it
he's in
already.
The movie. He's an extra. So we were like, well, how does that work? You know, is Reece, who's been sucked in, is he gonna like bump into himself in the movie? And then it was like, what if Reece, that's the extra in the movie, what if that Reece is the Reece that gets sucked in? Oh my God, that's awesome. He's crying in the funeral scene. He's not crying about Greg's family. He's crying about the fact that he got sucked into the movie.
Can't get home.
So in order to revisit the high school scene, which was one I was just really excited to kind of jump back into because it's so Wimpy Kid and it's such a specific kind of scene
it's just wimpy
in the movie.
It's just a Wimpy Kid kind of thing.
It is. And we graduated last year, so we got to go back to our old high school. Not that we've been gone for that long. And Reece is still a student, so it wasn't really that big of a deal. Small school. But they let us in on a weekend and we knocked it out.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get Sayer, the famous Sayer, in this in that one shot, you know, where me and Sayer are walking together. We couldn't get him back because he's in college.
He's off in college doing bigger and better things. He's probably
doing bigger and better things than we could ever be doing, quite frankly. And he was replaced by good old James.
Good old James. You know, the lawyer from Among Us.
The lawyer from Among Us. Also very famous. I bet you couldn't even notice. It's seamless. And honestly, I bet you didn't notice. And honestly, half the time, I can't even notice.
I couldn't. The whole day
we just got Sayer back.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone was just calling him Sayer.
Because he just looks so much like Sayer.
The catering staff had, like, it was all...
The makeup artists.
Yeah,
thought,
they were all...
Sayer's back? The producer, Sayer's back? Sayer's back? Really?
Yeah. In fact, I think Sayer's in the credits. I think we forgot to take his name out there.
James not even getting any credit for his role. It's all Sayer.
By the way, there's going to be an extended version of this episode on Patreon. If you want to hang out with us more, you want to see a longer version of us talking about this video, that's going to be over there. So go check it out. Also, that's where you can find a Blu-ray. We're gonna have merch soon. I don't know that we can plug that yet. But know that that's coming. And if you really like hanging out with us, we do live streams now. So come check those out. They're on Saturday nights, 10:30-ish usually, Eastern Standard Time. So come hang out. Come shoot the breeze. It's a good time. It's always a good time. We're doing one tonight, actually.
So we were in school, right? And we had flyers for Greg's party, his awesome party, his dope party.
That's another thing that I love, the idea that Rowley, like, between having that conversation with Greg and Fregley that's in the movie and meeting Reece in the hall, like, he somehow went and printed out flyers and they're like taped all on the walls and stuff. I love that.
The people have to know that this party is happening right away. And Joel.
We love Joel. Joel has a big role in this because he's another one of the extras that's in like the whole movie. Yeah. So, yeah. He
came up with the boy girl party. That wasn't in the script.
That was not in the script.
And
no.
It's a genius line, honestly. I mean, it's really funny.
You know, is this gonna be like a boy girl party or a...
Yeah, sure, man. Hey, we're having a party this weekend at the Heffley house. You want to go?
Sorry.
What's funny about that?
John, right? He came up with the funeral flyers for the funeral.
I should be handing out flyers again for the funeral.
You're invited to Greg's family's funeral.
That wasn't in the script either, and it's the best joke in the whole movie. It's great.
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay.
So in our little short film here, Alex, good old Alex, he has a beard now.
He does.
A luscious,
beautiful, luscious,
some luscious locks on that big old chin of his. And unfortunately, when we filmed freshman year, he was a bit young. He was a bit of a baby boy. Bit of a baby boy. He was a bit young. And he wasn't growing any tufts of facial hair. Luke was like, "Oh, what do we do?"
Well,
for one,
you were like, "What do we do?" And I was like, "I got this."
He took Alex without his beard.
I cut the beard off of Alex's face, off of now Alex's face, and I put it onto young Alex's face.
I think it looks great.
Thank you.
I bet you didn't notice.
Maybe I'll shave this beard. It's driving me insane.
Oh my god. No. No.
Oh, that was perfect.
You got to teleport into the... Tell them about that. How'd you do that? I still can't figure it out. I just...
at birth, I had the doctors, when I came out, I was a little ball of goop, and then I just formed into a little baby, and they were like, "What the heck?" And then
it's a gift.
He has a gift. He has a special gift, and this child needs to be protected immediately. And so I turned into a human. I turned into a baby, and from that day forward, I rarely use it. I rarely use this ability. I rarely use this power.
Only when completely necessary.
Only when completely necessary. Maybe if I am falling off of a cliff or a ledge, or I can zip.
Yeah. Or if you need to film a fruit jar video.
If I need to film a fruit jar video, I'll use it. In conclusion, it's a special gift. Only use it occasionally. He got to see it firsthand, and it's quite frankly, it's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Action.
Wow, that was not my all. Wow, that was awesome.
Wow.
Okay.
Action.
Wow, that was awesome.
Is that good?
Wow, guys, that was awesome.
What did Skidmore do?
We were filming. He was looking at like a meme on his phone, and then in the middle of me saying this, he's like, "Hey Reece, check this out." And he puts it up to me. What?
Look at this, man.
Stop showing me something. Wow, that was awesome. I'm gonna redo that. Wow. This has been an incredible adventure that I'll never forget.
But I hope he's in a better place now. Sorry, I spit over. I hope he's in a better place now.
Help me! Help me! Help me! Something like that. Help me! Help! Help me, please! I want out of here!
So filming more party scene stuff this time around made this apartment the fourth home where we have shot that scene. We filmed it here. We filmed it at Reese's house. Some of it's filmed at John's mom's house. Some of it's filmed at Alex's house. You particularly take issue with the layout of this home.
It really only affects me. Probably none of you, because you
haven't been to these buildings.
No.
Like, when you know these places,
it's a little off.
and you're
but
watching
it's a
it and
bit
you
jarring.
know the layout. Yeah.
Just a huge. It's like a huge
It's a big.
house.
Greg has got a big house. Put up Christmas
lights.
lights in the background.
Some cups.
Put solo cups everywhere.
And you just
Some mayhem going on in the background. Some watermelons.
and you just go to town on a watermelon, particularly most of the time.
It's all about the watermelon.
So it's in the background, right? It's
Yeah.
a watermelon, and these two hooligans, these two crazy
One of them's
individuals,
sitting there giggling behind the camera
these
right now.
crazy people. What, they had a machete?
Yeah. They have a machete and I think a chainsaw.
A
was
chainsaw,
involved.
a live chainsaw. They were just going to town on this watermelon, hacking it up, like they were hacking up like a head or something. Because they're crazy. Got on the floor, the carpet. I shouldn't say floor, the carpet.
The carpet. It got on the wall.
The walls,
it got
the
on
television.
It got on the TV.
And the worst part, this mess, the mess that this watermelon made, really, it wasn't even worth it. I mean, you can't even really see what happened. You can't even see it.
You can't see it.
You got Rowley, you got Roderick, and you got Greg Worm. You know when Minute is releasing on Spotify?
Oh no, I haven't heard anything about it. No, it should be any day now.
I guess maybe I should ask him.
Yeah,
about it.
maybe ask.
You guys should ask him about it. Greg Worm is so cute. Got suctioned in the movie, and now I'm stuck here with no way back home. That's not even a joke. That's just actually what
I
happened.
like this guy. Why don't you come to poker night more often? You're a blast, man. How come I haven't seen you around before?
I just told you, Greg. I just want to go home. I think what happened, right, is that the poker scene is obviously
The location isn't really there the way that it was last year, and so we couldn't just like go back and set it all up again.
but it works out because I have a mask on.
Exactly.
So the poker scene is ADR.
we re-recorded all the dialogue, and where they all laugh at you.
That's it's an outtake.
It's an outtake. Yeah, it's a blooper. There was a lot more. We recorded a lot more dialogue for the poker scene because I thought we were gonna be able to make like the lips match and stuff. It didn't really work, so I just shortened it. I kept the parts that work, and we moved on. The cemetery was a mess, much like the first time around. We shot all this in the fall, and the original film was shot in the summer, so we were really like racing to beat the trees because all the leaves were changing and the grass was kind of dying. And by the time we got to the cemetery, the trees were like orange.
It's okay. Okay. Just
Let me pump up my old.
I went in and I recolored it.
Greg Worm? I think we need to give a quick shout out
I agree.
to Peter Flower.
Peter Flower.
the great fruit jar composer. He composed the original Wimpy Kid.
He did.
The FNAF teaser. He's back. And
He's back.
He's doing.
He's better than ever.
I haven't. Obviously, I mean, he hasn't.
Yeah, we're still working on it.
He hasn't completed
we
it.
actually haven't. At the time of filming this, the film is not finished. But
what he has done so far
is phenomenal.
Sounds great.
He's
like always
just knocking it out of the
yeah.
park, and we could not be more appreciative of him.
When you're
and what
working
he's
with
done.
Peter Flower, you know that you're going to get something good.
It's true.
It's true.
Glad to have him on the team.
He is British.
Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Davis Crump. We actually had lunch with Davis.
Shout out to Davis Crump. He has nothing to do with the video, but we love him. Shout out to Greg Worm. Let me think of a quick shout out to Greg Worm.
Okay, what are your feelings about this project?
It was fun. It was fun to film.
Yeah.
We're just good at making commercials. We're good at advertising.
Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate every one of you.
And,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. Like I said, there's an extended version of this episode on Patreon, so go check that out if you'd like to hang out with us more.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Catch you next time
On
Fruit Jar After Hours. It's like hot magma.
It's like
I don't know, man.
It's like Greg Worm. It's video is like Greg Worm. That's how we describe this face. It's like Greg Worm.